Hi, I'm Yasmin Razak from Realinvestors. I'm here in Hyattsville, Maryland with one of Sherman Ragland's students. His name's Cedric Davis, and we're here at a rehab deal that he's just purchased, and he's about to embark on his very first rehab deal using all the techniques and strategies that he's learned coming to DC REIA, doing the 21 Days to Real Estate Riches course, the apprentice program, all the different learning resources that we have at Realinvestors. So we're going to follow Cedric and find out how he came about getting this rehab deal, what he's got planned for it, and he's going to tell us all about what it's like to actually be a real investor, not just talk about it, not just read about it, but actually do a deal. So Cedric, thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming out.
Oh, no problem, no problem. As you can see, I mean, we're going to show the people later on what it looks like, but this is obviously very old, very run down. It's got a lot of character features, some beautiful wood flooring, and you said the walls are good, and that's about it. Yes. So tell us a little bit about, first of all, how you found this deal.
I was searching through the MRIS, the agent site, for available properties. And I saw the picture of the house. I grew up not too far from here. When I saw the picture, I knew exactly which house it was. And I came out and took a look at it the second day on the internet and decided to put a contract in on it. Oh, it'll be a nice house. It will basically keep this a sunroom. We're gonna add a wall-to-wall closet in that section. We're gonna clear out the yard, take down all of this wild growing shrubbery, and open up the backyard, put a nice patio. We're gonna replace the deck in the backyard. We're gonna open up the kitchen. And upstairs really doesn't need a lot of work. We're gonna remodel the bathroom upstairs and the full bathroom in the basement. And basically that's it.
Okay, now you make it sound like it's so easy. Oh, I just woke up, got up, put a contract. But obviously, we know there's a lot of work that went on behind the scenes to actually mentally prepare yourself for doing this type of deal. Tell us a little bit about that journey. How, I know you're retired now. What did you used to do? Why did you decide to go into real estate investing?
Well, I retired from Metro. I was a bus driver for 28 years. I kind of got fed up with that job. I had enough time to retire and get a pension, so I did that. And I was in the tree cutting business, but I decided that was too much physical work. I wouldn't be able to do that as the years went on. So I decided I wanted to get into something where I was working with my mind instead of physical labor. And I'd always been interested in rehabbing houses. So I talked to some clients of mine who were actually in rehabbing, Stephanie Terry and Joya Johnson. And I asked them, had they belonged to a REIA before, and they told me yes, one out in Bowie. So I went online, and the only one in Bowie was DC REIA. So I went out to a meeting. I went out to 2 meetings, and at first, I kind of thought that the people were, unapproachable. I was more or less intimidated. And I decided to go check out another REIA. And I went there and signed up for a class, paid a lot of money for the 3-day boot camp. The only method that they were teaching was subject to deals. And, they set you up with mentors that actually hadn't been a participant in the program. They weren't doing the work themselves. From me being on DC REIA's mailing list, they sent out an email offering real estate agent training, and they would pay for it, and I thought that was a good deal, so I started to get my, obtain my license through their training program. And from that point, I decided to get into the apprentice program. And that's when things really started to clicking as far as investing.
So tell us, for people who don't know, what the apprentice program is, how it works.
Well, the apprentice program sets you up with a team, maybe 4 or 5 people in your team. They show you how to analyze deals. They show you the best way to buy properties that you may be interested in. And it's a good networking program.
Okay, now tell me about the Deal Makers Workshop. What did you get out of that?
I mainly went to the Deal Makers Workshop just to be around fellow investors or people that were interested in doing the same thing I was doing. I was already pulling my own comps outside of Deal Makers Workshop. So basically, I just went there to, you know, just be involved with people that were interested in the same thing I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So at what point did you decide to actually take the plunge and do your own deal?
It was several factors. A few people that were in my real estate agent training class were closing deals and making good money, and I know that they had started at the same point that I was starting at. And also, it kind of sounds kind of silly, but it clicked when I went to my first cash flow night game. It kind of clicked in right then and there. So basically, I put the contract on this house almost right after I walked out of the cash flow game.
Okay, so tell us some, you didn't waste any time. Tell us some details about the figure, the numbers, and all of that.
Okay, I got the house under contract for $103,000. They were asking $110,000. When I put in my offer, they sent back a request for my highest and best. They were saying they had multiple offers on the project. So I decided to just keep it, you know, resubmit the same offer. They called me a week later and told me that I would, you know, that they chose me to award the contract to.
Okay, great. And how much are you planning to spend rehabbing it, and what do you think the resale value will be?
I plan on spending about $60,000, maybe just a little bit more. I'm trying to keep it in the 60s. Houses in this area, the recent resales have been selling in the 270s, 280s. I just had an appraiser come out a few weeks ago, and she appraised it at 270.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're talking over 100,000 profit.
Yes.
Excellent. I hope that works out for you. That's great. That's for your first deal, and to go out and just do it. Now, how much do you think all the programs that we offer got you to this point?
Well, I wouldn't be at this point unless I went through the programs that you offer. It's just as plain and simple as that. I've been doing a lot as far as, like I say, coming to everything I can come to. Since I'm retired, I can do a lot of reading and studying and research, but it's offered me a lot as far as the programs. I try to participate in everything I can.
Okay, so what do you say to people who are watching this and think, oh, I'm retired, or I'm about to retire, or I have some time and I want to be an investor. I want to get my house on the corner of a great block neighborhood and do it up and get a, you know, nice fat check. What do you say to them to encourage them?
It's definitely doable. If I can do it, anybody else can do it. All you have to do is apply yourself, and it's definitely doable. You take it one step at a time, follow the directions that you're given when you go to the meetings and the seminars and the classes, and you can definitely attain it. My name is Cedric Davis. I'm a real investor. This is my first rehab deal, and I get real checks.